Hi folks, is that no song again? I have come with a topic that I think we should talk about, and not just me. I think that young people who are running platforms of discussion should think about talking about this topic more. It's going to be called imprudent behavior on social media. Why have I chosen to discuss this topic? It is because I feel that young people, especially those in the mainstream society, do not understand how important it is to be prudent with social media handling. Now, the reason is because I hear a lot of young people, especially here in Nigeria, cry for freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Now, you hear people talk about governors of states where people are being arrested because they express themselves, and people. A lot of us do not like it, and we do not think it's right. And we talk about these issues, we feel very bad about this issue because we live in a world where we think there should be freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and freedom of movement. But now I'm talking about this because when we say our leaders do not allow us exercise this freedom, I mean freedom of speech, freedom of expression, we cry so much and we cry out. We want people to hear us. We want the international community to hear us and all that. Do you know that as young people, even on social media, we do the same thing to ourselves? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this that I have seen Nigerians who have honestly come out to talk about lack of accountability in governance, and discuss issues, trying to get the attention of the government to issues that are plaguing the country. And once the discussions are being made on social media, you see young people like you and I going all over the place insulting. We will insult these people so much. A lot of people do this on social media. When you see people who are being constructive, or they are criticizing constructively, if you have nothing to say about what they are saying, or you don't understand what they are saying, it's important you walk past it. We tend to think that social media is a place. Social media is faceless, if I may say that. We tend to think that social media is faceless. Nobody can hold you accountable for the things you do. Nobody can pin you down and do anything to do to you. You can do anything you like on social media. If that is your thought process, I want you to know that you're making a very big mistake, because we live in a society where unemployment rate is very high, poverty is very high. A lot of young people have graduated from school, no job, nothing to do. 10 years, 11 years, some 15 years, they've never been able to find a job to do. Now, a lot of young people have gone out there in search of job. They have done exams, and at the end of the day, nobody even bothers to call you to find out, to tell you why you were not called to do the job. You find out that sometimes they call other people, they don't call you, they don't even think they owe you any explanation. I'm going to tell you this. I am telling you this because I have experience. I'm talking from the non-profit social development space where I come from. The reason why most times these things happen to young people is because you do not know that your social media handle is very, very important. Except you want to keep doing those jobs where they pay you 50,000, 80,000, 20,000, 90,000 and all that. If you're going to get a very important job, a job that will help you in advancing your career and getting to where you want to get to, you need to be very careful with the things you see on social media. It might not come back to you today, but in the next couple of years, it's going to come back to you real good. Now, this video I'm making is for two categories of people. If you are that person that thinks that life has overwhelmed you so much that you do not think that you can move from where you are today to the next point in life, You do not understand that life will dive you those blows, but what is important is when you fall, you get up. If you need to crawl, you crawl. If you need to run, you run. If you need to walk, you walk to a point where you attain your goal. If you do not understand that, this video is not for you. But if you understand, if you fall under the category of people who understand that where you are today is just the beginning, you're going to get there, you're going to be relevant in life, and you need to seek relevance, you need to advance in whatever area of endeavor you have chosen to. You need to understand that you cannot keep doing these things on social media, because they go back to haunt you big time. I am not telling you not to ask. I want you to go out there. Good organizations, as in real organizations, as in reputable organizations, international organizations, do not hire just for certification. Do not hire you just for what you have acquired from the university. They hire for attitude. And now, attitude has a lot to do with your social disposition. You cannot be this character that is always on social media attacking people. A person says the right thing, you are attacking. They say the wrong thing, you are attacking. They say something, you understand. Whether you understand, you don't understand, you are attacking them. You cannot be that character. If you're that character, what you're trying to tell the whole world, because your social media handle is the handle that showcases you to the world. Wherever you go in this world, if somebody wants to know everything about you, they go straight to your social media handle. Then we also believe that a lot of people live a double standard life, where they live one physically, and that is true. The one they live on social media is the fake life. Yes, but let me tell you something. How long can you live fake on social media? If a person has a clean account for 10 years, 15 years, a person has a clean account for 8 years, 12 years, you can consider that that person is showcasing his real person. If you want to pretend and be fake on social media, it's just a little longer before people get to understand that he has been faking all along. So your social media handle has to be very clean. I'm going to tell you my experience. There was a time that we were overloaded with work in the office. From my place of work, there are some times where you can bring in a person that you think might be able to help you in your job, and give them a temporal job. Depending on the budget for the project, you may be able to pay from that budget. Now, when there was this a CV of a lady that has been in view, has been kept in view because she has done the exams. Now, we thought that it would be fair for us to just go pick that CV. We brought the CV on. We went through. She did very well, excellently well in the exams. Everything went well and all that. Her profile, her result and everything. Do you know that her social media, because usually they ask you to attach your social media handle. We now went to her social media handle, and we went to her Facebook page. What we saw, I will not begin to tell you what we saw on her Facebook page. It was all nudity, all sort of pictures that just made it look as if everything about her energy is just channeled to moral decadence. And it wasn't our decision to make whether she stays or goes. So what we did was, we now took the social media handle on a computer and went and showed to our boss. The man just looked at it. That was the end of it. And we now invited the next person to her, who came and took that job. Now, I'm telling you, there is no organization, especially for the international organization, that will hire you without going through your social media handle. If everything you post on your social media handle is negative, attacking people, fighting on social media, bringing issues that you're supposed to deal with at home to social media and all that, what that goes to tell the organization that is about to hire you is that this one is unreasonable. This one is just going to be a problem to the organization. This one does not have any value to add to the organization and all that. And no matter how good your credentials are, they are never going to hire you. If you think I'm lying, or if you think this is not true, go and ask other people, or go and ask those who work in very good organizations. So if you have been in search of a job and you have been writing exams, and you think that time and time again you have passed the exams and they don't call you back for no reason, there is no need for you to sleep in church 24 hours. That is not going to solve your problem. The word of God says wisdom is profitable to direct, and in all thy getting, get wisdom. This is wisdom. Let wisdom begin to speak to you that you need to begin to change your mindset. I see young people, you go to their page on Facebook, all you see is nudity. Everything is nudity. You see people insulting each other on social media and all that. That shouldn't be. I know that is what happens around the world, but our own, okay, we stay here. Most times we say the government is very unfair. They don't disseminate information. What we ought to know, we don't know, and all that. Even right now, a lot of us are talking about Osibanjo. You know, the reason why our government cannot open up to us the way they ought to is because, in all honesty, sometimes young people were very irrational. We are mass motivated. We do not sit down to think before we do the things we do. We do not sit down to think before we say the things we say. The governor comes, you insult. The president comes, you insult. The vice president comes, you insult. There is nobody that we don't insult. Meanwhile, we are Africans. Our culture, our value system is to respect those who are older than us. I know that our leaders, to an extent, they have really disappointed us, but you also have to understand that there are still some good leaders. We don't have to be this unruly to them. Every day we are just out there, it's almost as if we are attacking whatever they do. Sometimes we need to begin to think before we do some of these things and say the things we say. And most importantly, when it gets to a point where it is beginning to affect you as an individual negatively, you need to begin to take responsibility and begin to clean up your act. And the time is now. I am not judging you. I'm not saying that I am perfect. I'm just saying this is what you need to begin to do. If you fall under that category of persons that is always very unruly on social media, you go to your page, everything you see is nudity, you insult everybody, you attack everybody. It's not if somebody is saying something you don't like it, you can just scroll past. That makes you decent. That makes you somebody that can be reckoned with. That makes you somebody that has some form of value, somebody that can think. That's what you need to do. You don't need to be in everybody's business on social media. And a lot of you say you are educated. Now, education is not just about the certificate you own. I've seen educated people who fight on the street with the people they call illiterates. Now, you are an educated person, you're fighting with an illiterate. What makes you feel you're educated? Is it the certificate that makes you educated? It is what education makes out of you that makes you educated, not that certificate. You go on social media, you insult everybody, call people illiterate and all that, and you think you're doing yourself good. You're not doing yourself any good. If you have found yourself in a situation where you go for interview over and over, you pass your interview, they don't call you back. What you need to do right now is to go back and begin to clean up your social media handle. Clean it up so you look decent to people who want to employ you, and you will find out that in the next couple of months things might begin to change for you. It's not just about certification. People hire for attitude these days. Now you say, why don't they call me back? Why don't they at least tell me why I was not called? When you insult everybody on social media, they don't think they owe you any politeness. That's the truth. And if they also do not think they owe you any politeness, they will not call you back to tell you anything. They will just allow you and you'll be there hanging. So please, it is time for us to begin to clean up our act. It's time for us to begin to take responsibility as young people. If we begin to take responsibility, you see, our leaders will also respect us, and they will begin to accord us some some information that they think that we should have, and out of respect. This is all I have to say to you. Please, if this video is not for you, just scroll past. I told you I don't come on social media to judge anyone. I just come to dispense knowledge. The little that I know I can share, I share with people. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you for your time. Thank you so much.